Do you know many Karens?
Oh God, yeah, they're fucking.
My first crush at school was called Karen. Karen Benstead.
Have you ever looked her up these days?
No.
See if she's getting on?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. I was only about 6. And I got into a fight over her with a boy called Billy Leftwich. He pinned me down and he told her that he fancied Karen and I was nicking her off him.
Oh.
Again, like we were 6.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really. I can't help it if she...
I wouldn't look at... yeah.
It's not my fault.
I would, exes are exes for a reason, though, Joe.
Yeah. That's true.
I wouldn't go back.
No, I don't think so. No. Too much water under the bridge since we were both 6.
Mm.
One time there was a girl in my class who I fancied. I mean, again, I was 7.
Right.
She came over to me. And I was like, oh my God, she's come. I could see she's literally coming over to me. She came over to me and she went, yeah, you've got the wrong sweatshirt on. You've got the infant school sweatshirt on, not the junior school. I was like, oh yeah. And it was really embarrassing because the infant school sweatshirt had 3 ducklings on it. I was like, yeah. And again, another one time it happened, I was at the swimming baths. Do people still say that? And I was queuing for the jumpy things, whatever they're called. The diving platforms.
Oh, right, yeah.
And a girl, again, came. I was like, oh, girls, come over to me. And she went, yeah, the label's sticking out your trunks. And it says ages 7 to 8.
How old are you? 14?
I was about 12. So, in a way, though, good physique.
That's it.
Still get into them. You know, I was skinny.
I can still fit in, exactly.
Still fit into these. So, you know, I could snake hips
7 to 8.
Yeah. Those are my 2 stories. There you go, Rodrigo. What do you think about that? I might honestly just say them I might say them again.
No, that was fine. What we did just then.
We're recording. Oh, fine. Oh, okay, fine. I thought you were coming. Oh, sorry. I thought you were coming over to change a battery or something. Oh, fine. It's been so long since I've been on a set. I had forgotten how cameras work. I was like, what are you doing? Changing the battery? Did you take a light reading? It'll be all right.
Yeah.
I cannot. Well, I did do a job in New Zealand.
Disposable camera.
It was so far away that it was like, did it actually happen? Did that experience in New Zealand actually happen?
Oh yeah. So what's happened about that? Tell us before we start the podcast properly. Tell me about your New Zealand thing because it sounded so exciting.
I'm in NZ Spy. NZ Spy,
right.
As in New Zealand Spy.
Yeah.
And it's a genuinely funny sitcom. It's written by the bloke who is the Taskmaster's assistant in New Zealand Taskmaster. It's written by him and also Rose Matafeo, I think, did quite a lot of writing for it as well. And she's also in it. And it's about the New Zealand spy agency.
Right.
And it's got that, New Zealand has that kind of very kind of scrappy outsider vibe. Like they have, and it's set in the 70s as well.
Right.
So the idea is, and the 70s, I think, always has that look of like, it's a bit budget. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit crap, the 70s. And basically they're trying to foil a plot against New Zealand by their greatest enemy, Australia, which is really nice. And yeah, it's basically just it's really funny. It's like, when you have to do a lot of stuff in your career where you're like, I'm doing this for the money. This isn't. I don't really want to do this. This, I was like, yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah.
And I got offered the part, and I was honestly like, oh, just tell me what's wrong with it. Tell me the catch. Tell me like the way in which it's actually really shit or humiliating, or like I've got to do something horrible.
Me to do this?
Oh yeah, and like
there's got to be something wrong with it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I would say if there was any catch, it would have just merely been that other people who could have played my part were not available. But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Joe.
That's fine as a catch.
Joe, listen, mate.
I'm happy with that.
I know the fact. I know for a fact I'm not the top of anyone's list. Right. So when a job does come, if everyone was always available all the time, I'd never work.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's what you got to do. You got to go in. Here's a little thing that'll make you feel good about that. So, have you heard of a little show called Only Fools and Horses?
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
So, the role of Del Boy was originally offered to Jim Broadbent, who turned it down. And I think David Jason was famously 3rd or 4th on the list. And he really wanted to play the part, and he had to convince people. He was like, yeah, so really audition for it and stuff. And he fought for the part. Can you ever imagine anyone else, well, apart from me, no, but like the proper version, playing that part today?
No, it is amazing when you think of.
So that's how it works. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you get in and you go, I'm going to show these people that I could have, I could do it.
Yeah. These things.
I was going to say I could do it better than those, but the more I've sort of thought about that.
Well, the point is they'll never know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know.
That's it.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing.
So what is it? Is it 6-part?
6-parter.
Yeah. Half hour.
Half hour. And
well, what about us UK dwellers? Will we ever get to see it, do you think?
Well, it's being distributed by BBC Studios, but I'm not really sure what exactly they are.
Yeah,
because they are not they're the we all know they're the commercial arm of the BBC,
right?
But that means that they acquire things, and also I think they sometimes make shows for ITV sometimes.
Yeah, you see that all the time.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
Yeah,
you see something on BBC and it says like ITV Studios.
Yeah, so
it's really weird.
There's some cross pollination there, but I assume it'll be on. I mean, initially it'll be on like NZTV, which is the broadcaster in New Zealand,
right?
Or not the they got
the one.
They got more than one.
Yeah,
obviously, they're a fully fledged country in their own right. No one's denying that. They've got. They're really getting up. They're doing very well now.
They'll all gather around the TV.
They will do, yeah. They have, and they've got their own little government and everything. And like, I don't know, I don't think it's got many. I think we still sort of, but but they've got, but like, they've got, they're really, I think we, as the United Kingdom, we can be very proud of New Zealand, and they've really come along. No, they're amazing. I mean,
they're going to find that really funny.
It's really.
I never got to go there. I'm gutted.
Yeah, you were saying you didn't get to go on
when we were doing the press tour. I had to come home because it was my kid's first birthday, so I had to come all the way home. We were in Australia. We were there. Just another little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's quite a long way from Australia, and Australia is already like another planet.
But it's closer to Australia than it is the UK.
You're right about
that. So if you're in Australia, you might as well.
Yeah.
Change up your plans or whatever to just go and check out New Zealand before you head back.
Well,
home.
I was in New Zealand, didn't go to the South Island.
Just
no point. It is hard though.
Where was it? Where did they do Lord of the Rings?
The South Island.
That was it.
But there's also a Hobbiton world in the North Island.
So that's nothing to do with the Lord of the Rings set, though.
Nah. I think the idea is that people who, and we didn't go there either.
They won't remember.
They won't remember. Well, the thing is that people there was a lot of encouragement to kind of go to the South Island because it's very, very beautiful. But we were filming in Auckland, which is the biggest city. So it's not the capital. Again, it's one of these. It's never the capital's never the biggest city.
No.
Well, apart from London, it's quite. But it seems to be often the case that like the capital's like somewhere over there,
well, like Sydney.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the capital of Australia? It's obviously Sydney. It's the one that everyone mentions. Is it Cairns or something, isn't it? Canberra. Still don't know.
Yeah. Well, what's the capital of Brazil? Brasilia. Again, modern, like, no one really, sure it's very nice. But like,
I like that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Capital Brazil, Brasilia. Capital Mexico.
Mexico City.
I
know, but Brazil's got the name, but like you would assume that the two biggest cities the two ones that I would think of are Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. Sao Paulo. Did I try and do a little?
No, I'm just thinking of
Sao Paulo.
I was just waiting for you to say Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro,
which is one of my favourite words to say.
Rio de Janeiro, yeah.
Rio de Janeiro.
But no, it's and I suppose you could say America a bit, like New York. You might think is the capital, maybe LA.
Yeah, it's Washington.
Washington DC.
Yeah, which is not the same as Washington State.
No,
Again,
it's not.
They should have gone America City.
Yeah. Well, what does it mean, Washington? Like Del Capito. There's a word.
I don't know what the DC stands for. Actually,
I feel like it's something like Latin or something.
Right.
Like it's and it's there because it's midway between two other places that.
Is it Philadelphia and New York? Do you think?
Yes, it might be because Well, Philadelphia is where they had the Constitutional Convention.
Yeah.
But there's also, I think Virginia? I feel like Virginia was somewhere.
Isn't Virginia really close to Washington, though? It's not like midway.
What's the capital city of Virginia?
Where does American Dad live? Where does he live? Something Falls?
Oh, yeah, go on. Oh, yeah.
District of
I always thought it's about like da capital.
Da capital.
I think I really did think it was that. It's like
Ali G.
Washington, da capital. No, I think I really did think it was that. District of Columbia, of course it is.
What? Langley Falls.
Langley Falls.
Yeah.
That's the fictional town where American Dad.
Oh, it's a fictional town. I thought it was real.
So what do you know? The capital of Virginia.
Yeah.
Can I just say, speaking of fictional places, we watch quite a lot of Bluey because our daughter. And
do you know who loves Bluey in our house,
Richmond.
by the way, quickly?
You, Claire?
No, my dog. Fucking loves it.
Because
it's supposed to be really good for dogs. It is a known thing because of the colours.
Oh, really?
Jude and the
amazing.
dog sit there watching Bluey together.
And also, what's amazing is like it's about dogs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I caught Hannah googling, where do they film Bluey? Because she wants to move there.
Right.
Because she thinks it looks really nice.
A cartoon, right?
It's a it's a cartoon about dogs.
And also, aren't they Australian?
And it's in Australia.
Yeah.
I think she knew that. But I think she literally Googled, where in Brisbane do they film Bluey?
Right.
Because she thinks that cul-de-sac looks really nice. And I think she's literally like on Zoopla, like, well, how much is an average house on that street?
I saw a parody account of Bluey before I knew what actual Bluey was.
Yeah.
I'd heard about this phenomenon, Bluey.
Yeah.
It's really sort of taken off, this Bluey thing.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing. That's the stuff.
Yeah.
And it came up like on Instagram or YouTube or something for me. And it was like, oh, fuck off, Dad. Like, and I was like, this is well funny. This is really. I was like, oh, I get it now because it looks like a kids' show. It looks like a kids' show.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Mum. And they were like doing all this.
Do you remember a television program called Pugwall?
No, Pugwall.
Do you remember that, Katie? Yeah. It was about real world, not animation.
Yeah.
About a young man called Pugwall fronting a little band known as the Orange Organics. And it was just about him trying to get famous.
I don't know this at all.
And they had one song and it went, nobody tells me what to do. No, not me. Nobody tells me what to say. Can't you see? I've got a dream, I'm gonna make it. If there's a chance, I'm gonna take it. Do, 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 do. So basically, he had one song.
Not heard.
We had one song, and it was about the fact that he was in a band. And
yeah.
1989.
89, yeah. And he had a little sister called Marmalade.
Marmalade?
I don't know what are they doing. It's Toadfish, Marmalade. What are you doing? I mean,
are they is this an Australian TV show? Is that why you're talking about this?
It's an Australian TV show.
Right, I was going to say,
yeah. It's an Australian TV show.
Oh, yeah, fucking Australian kids' TV is fucking odd.
I also just think, I have to say, I think Australian TV is just really good. Like, I saw a documentary recently about the, the woman who poisoned those people with mushrooms.
No.
Do you remember that? Erin Patterson.
Right. She Australian?
Yeah.
Right.
She poisoned her in-laws, basically, with... I mean,
it happens.
We've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah, and I'm just talking about Hannah's cooking.
Well,
nah. Yeah, she used death cap mushrooms and she poisoned them.
Right.
And there was a documentary on Netflix, I believe, and it was just very well made. And Australian production company. And I just thought, I feel like TV as a whole has got worse recently, but I think no one's told Australia, so they keep on having to be like, you got to be really good to get something made, and you're like, you don't actually, but like, don't tell Australia because like they think the standard's still really high.
Yeah.
Because what else do they do?
Round the twist.
Yeah.
I still don't even know. I watched that every fucking day when I was a kid. Still don't really know.
It's basically Tales of the Unexpected.
The situation was, why do they live in a lighthouse? What's going on there?
There's another one that's much like it called Erie, Indiana.
I used to love Erie, Indiana.
Yeah. There's something about those sort of
That was
tales where you're
that
like...
was on Channel 4. That wasn't even a kid's show, I don't think.
I think it was like young adult.
Yeah.
YA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why, eh?
YA. Why are you doing that?
Erie, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mental. That was mental. That
similar thing though. And it was
what was the thing?
There was a short story author for children who wrote these. They all seemed to be dipping into the same pool. It was like there was some short stories for kids. There was Erie, Indiana. There was Round the Twist. There's basically Tales of the Unexpected. It's sort of always the same story, but somehow Paul Jennings wrote stories for children as well, and they were all about like. There was one really weird one about a boy who fancied a girl, and then he like killed himself,
right.
And then she found his face in a rose or something. It's genuinely
found his face in a rose.
Yeah, like a rose turned up on her doorstep, and then she looked at the rose petal and like it was his face.
Yeah,
it's fucking mental. Yeah. Like you're like, well, it's not for children, and it's not for adults.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? That was a bit similar as well. What was the theme song to Erie, Indiana? I feel like it was quite good. I just remember him being on his bike riding at night.
I wish I'd grown up in one of those. Well,
I
did.
Made like 13 episodes of that thing or something like that.
That thing about riding around the neighbourhood.
The neighbourhood at night.
A la E.T.
Yeah, of course.
It's that, isn't it? Like going over...
Yeah.
Oh, remember that? The long summer evenings. Let's cycle round to our friend's house.
Yeah.
And knock for them. Then let's go down to the abandoned quarry.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And
yeah. Let's
throw rocks in there.
The abandoned
that crazy guy's there again. They say he killed someone 20 years ago and they never found the body.
Yeah.
Now he roams the streets. What should you do now? Let's go and have some, what are they called? Schmores.
Schmores.
No, s'mores. Schmores. S'mores.
Let's go for, let's get a malted shake.
Yeah.
What is malt?
Hannah said this to me literally the other day. She's been talking about Maltesers for about 3 days straight.
Yeah.
There was some in our fridge. Honestly, true. She was 48 hours in. She was going, what are they made of?
Yeah. I still don't know what malt is.
I said it might be honeycomb, and she went, oh.
Because that's what, no, it's not, is it?
Oh, so she's not going on the internet. She's only asking me.
Well, that's way more fun than just going on the
internet. She's using the fact up. She's gone full fact up. I think she's turned off the internet.
She's really fact up.
She's really fact up. She's just asking me now.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with, she's come up with a new round for MasterChef.
But that's what they call Maltesers in America, don't they? Chocolate malt balls. I think.
All right.
But I don't know what malt is.
It's not bad. I mean,
they get a shake, didn't they? Like if you were in the 50s. If you were in the T-Birds or something, you'd go for a malt.
Oh, okay. You'd pull up in your big car.
Yeah.
One of those long American cars.
Yeah, your big Chevy.
Are you opening the door to get out of the car? Don't be so stupid. No. I'm just leaping over the door.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Just swiveling.
Yeah. Hey, hun, says the waitress.
Yeah.
The usual. You bet.
Yeah. And
then make it snappy.
And then some stuffy police officer will come in and go, hey, remember you kids?
Officer Grumble.
Yeah, I told you kids not to. Oh.
You kids get out of here. Scram. You heard me? Get lost. That's right. Yeah. Hit the road. Then we all jump in the car. We open the door this time.
No.
Come on.
In fact, if I'm not driving the car, if I'm the sort of I'm not one of the tough guys, but if I'm the comedy,
the comedy guy,
the comedic relief guy, I'll wait for the car to start moving, and then I'll
and then
I'll jump in.
Yeah, then it pulls away.
Yeah,
cloud of dust,
and my legs will wiggle.
Yeah.
Joe and James, fact up.
Oh, I'd love to live in the 50s.
I know, absolutely fantastic.
It was racist though, and it was quite racist.
It was quite racist, and I think that's what you don't really see as much.
No.
Yeah.
You think about all the fun stuff about the 50s.
You pick and choose. You do. You've got a selective memory. I mean, and it's not even a memory. It's like it's a kind of.
But then you forget about all the really social injustice.
Yeah.
But people do the same, I think, with diet now. There's a real sort of there's some real momentum behind us having a natural diet.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But also then sort of there's a real suspicion about medicine, and so it's like, I'm just going to eat what our ancestors used to eat 200,000 years ago, and I'm not going to have any medicine. And
but we've covered this. It wasn't what our ancestors were eating because we've bred things.
Yeah.
So if you're buying a banana from the supermarket, that is not what a banana looked like.
Yeah. But I would argue,
when early humans were.
But I would argue, like 200,000 years ago, that's why when they got to 38, they died.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the medicine and all the sort of...
Yeah. Well, also, if you were going...
all that sort of modern technology that's giving us these long lives on average.
Well, I'm listening to an audiobook at the moment, to be precise.
Go on.
And it's all about... well, it actually is about civilizational collapse, is what it's about. But one of the points that the author makes is that he's Australian as well. Just FYI.
It's very Aussie, this. Yeah,
very Aussie. Is that like 99% of history happened before we really lived in things that we would now think of as like civilized structures, like cities. And so just very briefly, on the diet point, the lifestyle that humans would have had before they became sedentary, and by sedentary, I don't mean sitting around all day. I just mean living in the same point on the map all year round.
Yeah.
The diet that they would have had then, it's quite likely that it was a lot better for them. It's quite likely that it was a much more mixed diet because it was foraging and hunting and like different things and always moving.
Yeah.
Whereas in general, when people became in a fixed place all year round, it was because they were tending a crop.
Yeah.
And that crop it would have been a basic crop like wheat.
We're only talking like, what, 10,000 years? The last 10,000 years, maybe?
Yeah, the first, like something like
for
that.
A city.
Yeah, like probably like single units of thousands of years. So like, whereas actually you've like Homo sapiens only, so 200,000 years ago, there were actually other types of humans.
Yeah, other breeds.
And then it's other breeds, yeah. And then it's is it really sad we don't have them anymore? I'd love to see them around.
Fascinating, wouldn't it? Well, I don't know, man.
We did interbreed with them a bit. So
yeah, there's people with Neanderthal in them and stuff.
So there is this sense that like what we tend to... So as far as I can tell, thus far, his basic point is everything that... This is kind of moving away from the food thing a bit, but everything that we think of as like civilization, what we basically mean is like fixed structures, stuff that we can see. Like Rome is basically big stuff that's been left over. But when groups of people have got to the point where they're building that stuff, in general, it's because the society has become very, very unequal. So what's happening is that one like priestly class, say, is spending all its time building temples for itself or tombs for itself or having grand burials where everybody has to collect incredibly rare types of things from many, many, many miles away just for this one important person's burial. And that's the stuff that when we look back, we think, oh, well, this is civilization. They were getting civilized. But this author's point is that isn't really the evidence of anything other than inequality. And in in groups of people a long time ago, often quite soon after that sort of stuff starts appearing, the big temples and the big tombs and the grand burials, the whole thing falls apart, either because the people who realize that their lives are getting worse because a group at the top are taking all the resources, either the people, everyone else basically just attacks the elite and burns all their buildings down, or they just leave. They literally just leave. They abandon the site. And it just makes you think really differently about, like, basically we kind of think if a group of people doesn't leave behind any permanent structures that we can kind of point to and go, there you go, we sort of think they haven't attained a level of civilization. Right. But actually, normally that stuff is primarily evidence of inequality. And if you think of the pyramids, a pyramid is basically loads and loads of slaves making one rich bloke's grave.
I don't know,
that's basically what that
paid,
is.
Though, when they actually paid.
Yeah, but like I imagine they had
there was still inequality.
Worse lives than
and then the sea people turned up.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Atlantis, you talking about?
No. That's what they call them, the sea people. After
So yes,
the collapse of the Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Where like the written word sort of disappears. There's a massive reset before then things start coming back again. And Egypt talk about it. There's some bits of evidence and bits of writing, and they're just called the Sea People, and we don't know anything else about them. We don't know anything about them apart from there was these groups of people for one reason or another. They were displaced. Like you say, inequality, maybe the poor harvest and stuff, and they just went on a rampage and just toppled Egypt at the time as well. Was this? It had already been going for thousands of years. It was a huge, well-established sort of thing. But they're just called the Sea People, and historians just do not really know what the Sea People are. They just came on. They were in their ships. They came in. And
sort of tore it all down.
Yeah.
My God.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And that's all kind of recorded in hieroglyphics and stuff, but like...
Yeah, or ancient scriptures or stuff, because it wasn't just the Egyptians, it was there was also some people, who were they?
Sumerians?
Yeah, they had,
Sumerians?
To the east of Egypt, they had, they were sort of two superpowers almost. I mean, it's always the same. It's always the fucking same. Two superpowers. Everyone else gets fucking dragged into it, and then we all go back to not knowing how to read or write anymore and stuff. It's going to happen, Joe. And on that note,
the Einstein, the Einstein quote.
What's that?
I don't know what weapons the Third World War will be fought with, but the Fourth World War will be fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein.
There we go.
They said it's just a big pair of tits.
Hey, welcome to Joe and James Fact Up. Each week we will be bringing facts to one another that we deem interesting, and our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. We'll also dig into the weird things that you like to think are true but don't want to research in a segment that we're calling Fact Check. So if you do want to send in your facts, our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp is 07822034330. And you can also follow us on our socials at Joe and James Pod. And don't forget that you can watch all our episodes in full on YouTube. Just search for Joe and James Fact Up. Now, let's get Fact Up.
There's also the form, isn't there? Which is weird because we don't say about the form, do we?
Oh, yeah, there's this form.
There's this form that, like...
I know nothing about this
It's
form.
like this show has another kind of analogue life.
There's some sort of link.
You can get in touch with the internet.
I think it's in the description. There's some sort of link, and you can fill out a form, and it just comes to us.
Can we get P.O. Box? I'd really like to just go back to post.
Oh, you don't want a P.O. Box? Honestly, that's such a pain.
You've got to go and unlock it and stuff.
Who can be asked? Who can be asked for that nonsense? Okay. It's a good way to get free shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, companies just send you stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right, okay. Well, we'll look at it. Well, maybe we'll, yeah. Actually, I've convinced
Can
myself.
we just get a lock-up? Yeah, lock-up. And people can just put anything they want in it.
We could get stuff delivered to... No, I don't want to give out the studio address. In case that bloke who I didn't have a picture with...
You've got to let that go.
And beats me up.
He's not going to beat you up.
He's like, don't have time for a picture. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, I think you're obviously... You're remorseful.
Oh, I regret. I'm just in deep regret. It's going to take me until tomorrow before I get over this.
I don't think you'll ever get over it.
No, I need a sleep. I need one sleep, and then tomorrow some time will have gone, and I'll finally forget about that poor bloke that asked me for a picture. But because I'm so busy and important, I couldn't spend 12 seconds just to give some nice guy a picture.
He could have been terminally ill.
Oh, Joe, shut up.
All right.
Oh, dear. Right, let's carry on.
Look, it's all right.
Keep calm and carry on. God.
Oh, yes.
Jesus.
Keep calm and carry on. People love that, don't they?
They did, didn't they? That was around for a while.
Oh, I liked it when people put, like, keep calm and do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, keep calm and play video games.
Yeah, yeah.
Aye.
They should. I don't think we did enough of those.
No, no, I think we did. I think that was the problem.
I think we should do a few more.
It had its moment.
Keep calm and do versions of keep calm and carry on.
Yeah. Right. You've been sending us some really fact up stuff for us to discuss.
Can I say it's actually the people who are kind of getting in contact, they are the ones now keeping this show afloat.
Yeah.
Like that, we haven't got anything.
Yeah.
Our stuff is absolute dog shit, and then they are the ones who actually.
That's how I operate with everything I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to do a live broadcast of me playing video games on the internet every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to learn that the regular people that would watch and get involved in the chat, and then I'd eventually pull them in so that I could talk to them on headphones, and the broadcast could hear the conversations we're having. I learned that I had like about a dozen of these incredible characters, really funny, a bit bizarre, weird backstories, but genuinely quite warm and friendly. And I just use if they didn't turn up to a stream, I'd be like, "Well,
can't happen then.
I've got to do 6 hours here.
Yeah,
how the fuck am I going to get through this now?"
Basically, the cast haven't turned up. Yeah,
and they did. They became cast members, and that's how I think. 'Cause I'm just stuck in traditional.
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about this podcast, you thought we were going to do 6 episodes, and then Joe was like, "All right, we'll do 6 episodes of that, and then maybe we'll get another series next year or something."
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that anymore.
I was like, "No, you do one every week until you die."
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, that's how I've always operated. I think just people are more interesting. People are more interesting than generally, even though.
As we've covered, we've already started to repeat stuff.
No, but but also, even though you're not supposed to know this, and you're supposed to think the complete opposite, purely because of marketing and propaganda, actors, not so much musicians, but actors especially, are boring. I know they're supposed to be really interesting people, but I think you'll find 9 times out of 10, most actors don't, and I'm one of these people, generally just don't really have a personality, which is why they want to become an actor in the first place.
I also think it can
because you're just like, I'd like to be someone else than me for a little while.
But I also think that acting is to a large extent about focusing, and I think is a little bit like sport in that regard. And I think that sometimes dealing with pressure, it helps if you are able to focus, and sometimes focus is helped by trying to make yourself feel bored. I think, like I used to think, like whenever I'd watch, I've gone on that one. All right, no. So I've done that quite badly. But like, say you're taking a penalty in a penalty shootout.
Yes,
the best possible mentality you can have is, I actually literally don't care whether I score or not.
Right.
That's the mindset you should be. You should genuinely be like, I find both outcomes completely boring.
Yeah,
like it's
really
because it's not gonna really wanting something to happen is just gonna screw you up. And and I always used to remember like like watching Henman, who never managed to quite.
Yeah.
And now this sounds like I'm having a go at Murray, which I'm not.
Tiger Tim.
All right, but I did think that like there was so much pressure on him.
Yeah.
And it was, and the commentators were always going, what he needs to do is just think about how much this means and just desperately try and shut all that out. And you're like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, if he could hear you, it would be a disaster for him. It would be a disaster. And that's like, come on, just please try and do it this once. It means so much. You've actually got to be like, if you win, no one fucking cares. If you lose, no one fucking cares. It doesn't really matter. You're going to die. Everyone's going to die. Like, then you're more likely to win.
Bit more zen.
The point.
It.
Yeah, and I suppose what I'm saying is I would say you need to put yourself into a mindset where you're a bit bored.
That's isn't that Buddhism?
I don't know.
Isn't that the whole of Buddhism?
Are they bored? I'm not sure.
Well, they do.
Bored.
They sit. The bloke sat by a tree for years.
But I think the point is he wasn't bored.
No, but I think through boredom.
Oh yeah,
he
became
enlightened.
I had a man.
Right?
Yeah, I had a man talking on a podcast who'd spent years. Just staring at a wall, asking himself, "What is this? What is this?"
Yeah, I feel like you've told me that before.
Yeah, I think, as I say, we've repeated.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to help you get bored.
There was a craze. There was a craze.
I was doing my best.
I think it was in the Middle Ages where people would just sit on the top of pillars. For ages.
The Middle Ages were fucking mental.
Yeah,
like the people who got themselves bricked into the walls of churches. What are you doing?
Yeah,
like what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck has got into you? What are you doing?
Who was the Pope that got everyone all whipped up for the First Crusade? His name's brilliant.
Bias?
Urban.
Urban. Oh yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like because some of the names of the popes, you're like Innocent, right? Fine.
Yeah.
Boniface, which I think is like beneficent, I guess.
Right.
But then Urban.
Yeah. He
Like,
he wore shades.
What about Rural? Where's Rural? Where does he come in?
Pope
Rural.
But that sitting on top of stuff
Pope Suburban.
fad came back in the 1920s in America.
Bloody
There was like a bloke that did it, and he sat outside like what's the department store called in New York?
Selfridges?
Macy's. He sat outside of Macy's or something like that, and it was like a tourist attraction, and it got people to go into the shop.
Yeah. What's funny about that is I assume it was meant to be a protest at like commercialization.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Because then he commercialized it. He went on tour, and then a couple of other people started doing it, and I think it was depression. Sort of, there wasn't much to do, and people started going to see blokes on top of poles that would sit there for like 2 days or something.
Incredible.
I think someone died doing it, and then they had to stop. Then they put an end to it. Anyway,
the golden age came to an end.
We've got a message here from Lawrence. Oh, it's another Would You Rather. Let's find out what Lawrence has got to say.
All right, boys. Love the podcast. Been listening since day one. Very, very good. My name is Lawrence, and I really liked something you did a couple episodes ago where you did a Would You Rather. And there's one that, again, has plagued one of my friendships chats for quite some time because we can't get to a definitive answer. So the Would You Rather is every time you laugh, you piss yourself, or every time you cough, you shit yourself. Now, the amount of poo and piss is like a shot size amount. So,
Okay.
Do with that information what you will, but that is how much is coming out every single time. And it's every individual one of the things that you do. So every little, you've just shit yourself.
Oh, that's just clearing your throat.
Yeah, let me know what you think.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That is a tough one. I don't know. I don't know what I'd rather. I don't know what I'd do more, laugh or cough. I feel like I do both quite a lot. That would really disrupt my life.
Yeah.
Either of those would be a real problem for me. Wow, that's a good one, Lawrence. Oh, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I honestly, in my head, I'm like, you. If it's one or the other, you pick for me because they both sound equally awful.
I don't want to. I probably would stop. If I had that problem, I probably would. My life would be less of a laugh.
Yeah.
So I would probably laugh less.
Yeah. God, that's a good one.
It's a really good one. I'd probably go laugh.
I feel like
I just have to become a really serious person.
Yeah.
I'd
probably go laugh as well because pissing is. I feel like piss is easier to deal with than poo.
Yeah, the shit is like you can deal with.
I didn't mind when the boys were babies. I didn't mind doing the nappy if it was a piss, but when it was a poo,
yeah,
like Claire would be able to do it like one-handed.
Yeah,
but I'd have to like really, and I always got told off for using too many wipes as well. But I needed to like. I would
How many would Claire use?
She would fucking get one. She would get one wipe and then fold it and then fold. Like in the end, it'd be like a tiny piece of wipe that she'd folded about 50 times just to clean up. And I'd be like, if I got a bit of shit on my thumb or something like that, I'd freak out. So it would just be one wipe and it would just go. I'd just get rid of it straight away.
Yeah. I was once told that in the army they teach you a technique for wiping your bum with a single sheet of paper.
Hang on, is this Pilkington?
I don't think it is. I think this is just my school. But you make it into a cone, and then you put it on your finger, and then you use that.
No, hang on a minute. Don't you push your fingers through it or something? I feel like that's Pilkington. I feel like Pilkington talks about that at some point. Where
if you're pushing your fingers through it, you might as well not have the paper.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, Pilkington's he's got the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
This is a really, really devious one. from Lawrence.
Oh,
and
this is horrible from Lawrence. Yeah.
it's really, really difficult. I mean, I can't imagine what these discussions really are, because I think it probably has to be. You can stop laughing. Smile with your eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Smize.
You can smile with your eyes.
Mm.
The quiet enjoyment. You're just going to have to become a very wry person. You just have to be wry from then on. And like,
I feel like I could hold a cough in better than I could hold a laugh in. I feel like if I've got to cough, I could, if I was at home, make it to a toilet to then cough and do my cough on the toilet.
oh yes, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know what I don't have an answer for that one. I'm stumped.
Fun.
I'm absolutely stumped.
it's I think it's the most
That's the
it's the most devilish one
that's the worst one we've had. Yeah,
yeah, it's really, really hard.
both of them evil.
They're both horrible.
It does seem like some sort of story from the Bible or something.
Yeah.
Went out into the desert and he had to choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both were just as evil as the other. Sorry, Lawrence.
Yeah, it's
We've let you down there, mate. But that's a really good one. And do you know what? I don't think we have let you down, because it's that kind of discussion that makes the pub.
Yeah.
When you're with your mates and you said that this has been a big heated debate.
We're going to have
yeah, and you want that.
Yeah, we're going to have, as the kind of council, we're just going to have to put this back to the public. I think
we're going to have to just
we're going to throw this back to the populace, and you're just going to have a referendum. I think, like
leave me out of it.
Yeah, I'm collecting for charity.
Yeah,
if there was a difference, mine was improvised, but I don't think you should get more money for that.
Money's for both laugh or cough.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about this week's facts.
Jesus. Okay, right.
This week it is David Attenborough's 100th birthday.
Yeah,
guy's 100. He's a legend. We love him. So we are going to do some facts about Attenborough.
Yes.
I've got some stuff about him now. The thing, we all know Attenborough as an incredible broadcaster, and he's nature stuff, right?
Yep.
That's what I certainly know him from. But I think the really fascinating thing about Attenborough that I love is that he was once in charge of BBC Two.
Yep.
From 1965 to 1969.
Yes.
He done some really, really great stuff. He transformed BBC Two into the creative channel, which was, I suppose, I don't know if it still is anymore, but even up until very recently. So like when The Office, for example, became such a big hit and they wanted to do another series of that, the BBC were saying, we want to move it to the BBC One, to the big boy channel. And they said, no, we're a BBC Two. This is where we like to sit. This is where it's sort of a bit alternative and a bit...
It was seen as a bit more intellectual, I think.
Do you reckon?
I think so. BBC Two.
Yeah.
I think it was seen as a bit more intellectual.
A bit less mainstream.
Bit less mainstream.
But Attenborough deliberately positioned BBC Two as more experimental and highbrow than BBC One. Under his leadership, it became known for bold, intellectual and niche programming, everything from opera and philosophy to cutting-edge documentaries. He introduced colour TV to Britain, one of his biggest legacies, overseeing the launch of colour television in the UK in 1967. The first official colour broadcast on BBC Two was, Joe?
Pot Black.
It was Wimbledon.
That's what I'm saying. Hitting that black ball around
exactly
over the net.
This move helped push the entire country towards colour TV adoption, and BBC Two became the testing ground before BBC One followed.
Yeah.
He'd already been doing wildlife stuff before this, and he nearly didn't return to it at all during this period. Attenborough wasn't focused on nature programmes. He was more of an executive than a presenter, and it looked like his career might stay in management rather than the wildlife storytelling he's now famous for.
Commissioned some amazing stuff as well.
He did. I'm getting to that now.
Yeah.
He greenlit Monty Python.
Unbelievable.
Attenborough played a key role in approving Monty Python's Flying Circus. The show was considered strange and risky, Many executives didn't understand it, but Attenborough backed it anyway, helping launch one of the most influential comedy shows ever. He was the youngest controller in BBC history. Attenborough was just 39. Oh no, I'm 39 this year. I've got to do some shit. And I've got to do some stuff. The worst thing is when you're watching that fucking Get Back documentary of the Beatles, and like, and Paul McCartney's 26 or something, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, I've done nothing.
Yeah, I know, it's horrible.
He pushed for ambitious, risky ideas. He loved experimental formats and unusual subjects, and longer, more in-depth programmes. That risk-taking DNA still influences BBC Two today. And he turned down becoming Director General after his success. He was offered the chance to rise even higher in the BBC hierarchy, but he turned it down. Why? Because he missed making programmes himself, which ultimately led him back to creating the legendary nature series that we know today. He's a legend, and hopefully he's good. He's all right.
Yeah. Well, 100 more years, I say.
I say, yeah.
Just do what's necessary to, get him into a computer or whatever.
Yeah.
Just keep him alive.
Let's do it.
Keep him alive. Whatever we need.
Must stay alive.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah. Just a head in the jar.
Head in the jar. Or in the tummy. The head could be in the tummy, like in Turtles.
Yeah.
That's Attenborough's head.
That was weird, wasn't it?
What the hell was that about?
It was like a little sort of octopus.
Krang? Is that
yeah,
Krang?
I think so, yeah.
That's what I want anyway. The future for Attenborough, he's given to nature. Now nature gives back to him.
Right.
Donating bodies, bits of other creatures.
I'd give him a bit.
And back he comes to life.
I'd give him a part, one of my body parts.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think if I'd, whatever he wants.
He can do, yeah.
Up to and including one lung.
Oh, yeah. I'd need
someone I can buy in.
Yeah.
I'll have the guitar. Well, not the guitar. someone I can reorder. But he can have what he wants, and he can,
So yeah.
A4 paper.
There we go. That was my little fact for
really nice.
Well,
Thank you, James.
It was just a sort of. It was just talking about his
but it was great. Yeah, a great guy, and a very important figure in, I think, for lots of people for all sorts of different reasons. So yeah,
good stuff. Right, should we do fact check?
It's time for fact check.
We'll be reading a fact or a question that you'd like us to get to the bottom of. Then we're going to have a good old think during the break, and we'll come back and let you know how true it feels to us to decide if it passes our fact check.
Okay, so this week's fact check comes from Tobias. So it doesn't, just because it's not Joe or James, it doesn't have to be like, what I would describe as a highfalutin.
Yeah,
name.
We've gone Lawrence and Tobias now.
Yeah. So we've now, they don't have to be members of the gentry. They're just regular, I just want regular guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Lawrence wasn't a member of the gentry, was he? He was asking about piss and shit.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's Tobias got to say for it?
Hello, Joe and James. Massive fan of the pod. Here's one for you. As someone with an intense fear of sharks, I was often soothed by supposed responsible adults as a youth by being told that more people were killed by coconuts falling on your head than sharks. Sharks falling on your head or just sharks? Fact or totally bollocks? Also, interested to hear what your biggest fears, irrational or otherwise, are. Big love, Tobias. Well, interesting. Thank you, Tobias. And we're going to get on the case and we'll be back with a fact stat.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Joe and James Fact Up. We were just fact-checking on the behalf of Tobias, talking about it, who asked, are more people killed by coconuts than sharks? Now,
okay,
I think that's true. I think it's the law of averages thing. But I will tell you, those things, those little sayings, because it's like, oh, you're more likely to be killed by a donkey than a shark or something like that, right? Or
hippos are often
they're the deadliest animal on the planet. I think there's more human deaths by the hands of the evil hippo than any other animal on the planet. But those things don't make me feel better, because it used to be like, oh, you're more likely to get run over than you are to die in a plane crash. But I always used to think, yeah, but if I got on a plane as many times as I did across the road, then surely it'd be more likely I'd die in a plane crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only because across the road dozens of times a day.
And it's maybe also you're like, oh, now I'm worried about that as well.
Yeah. So those things never made me feel better. But can I just say...
Also, I feel like being killed by a shark would be far more unpleasant than being killed by a coconut.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I don't think that's irrational either. Because I'm terrified of sharks. I don't really like going in the sea, ever. Because I always feel like there's a shark there. No matter where I am on the planet, it could be like the seaside in the UK.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
yeah, Bournemouth.
Might be a shark here
Yeah.
somewhere. And it's always big news, isn't it?
Yeah.
If a shark is spotted off the coast of Britain,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah. The Armada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're coming. But I don't think that being afraid of a shark is irrational at all whatsoever. It's like being afraid of a lion.
Yeah. Tobias is saying it's an irrational fear, but
I got teased. I went on holiday with my mum and dad years ago when I was a kid. I think I was about 14, 15, and we went on one of those boat excursions where you spend a day on a boat and then you stop at certain places to jump in the sea, have a bit of lunch or whatever. Or you stop on a beach and you have a drink. And we were on this boat, and in the distance were a load of little shark fins coming out of the water, like Jaws style. And I was like, right. And and they sort of parked the boat, and the sharks were out to sea, and people were jumping in the water sort of nearer the coast, nearer the cove.
Yeah.
There was like a rocky bit. And the blokes that were running the ship were like, oh, you're not jumping in? You're not jumping in? And I went, oh, it's just because there's all those sharks over there.
Yeah.
And they were going, oh, he's scared. Oh, he's scared of sharks.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, yeah. They went to me, don't worry, we're telling people to jump over this side of the boat.
Yeah.
And I was going, I don't think the sharks get the idea, get the concept that they can't
come round the other side.
Come round the other side of the boat.
Yeah.
But also, the boat wasn't anchored or anything. They didn't like lower an anchor, and it just eventually slowly, after like for about 45 minutes, just turned, and all these people that were at the other side of the boat were just with the sharks.
Yeah. Jumping into the sharks' mouths.
But they were going, oh, like probably like to the piss out of me, like because there was loads of other like families and stuff, and they were going, oh, he's scared of the sharks, everyone, and I was going, yeah, I was like, what? What's wrong with that?
Of course.
What's wrong with? Yeah, I am scared of sharks. What does that?
Yeah.
Oh, what? I'm just supposed to let them eat me to show how tough I am.
Yeah, I know. I was never sure what.
If I'd had my leg bitten off and I come on the ship, would they go, don't you dare cry. Don't start crying now.
Yeah. This can go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Either you come out of this well.
Yeah. We can all still have a really nice rest of the day. Or what? or what? Do you need us to stop?
Yeah.
And we've got to take you to hospital or whatever?
You haven't been bitten by a shark. This is actually an opportunity to show your character.
Yeah. But I do think more people are killed by coconuts than sharks. Yeah. I think it's probably how many people are killed by sharks a year? I reckon
4 or something.
I reckon a dozen at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Recorded shark fatalities. I think it's about 30 or something like that for the hippo.
Mm-hmm.
They are bastards, aren't they? I saw a
I just still think hippopotamus is such a friendly word.
And they look friendly as well.
They look friendly.
They look like they're made out of rubber or something.
They do, yeah.
They look like big toys.
It's exactly the same thing as the Marshmallow Man in
Ghostbusters. Yeah, Mr. Stay Puft. Yeah,
Mr. Stay Puft. Yeah.
But they I saw an illustration of a hippo without its skin.
Right.
And the idea was that it was a post on Instagram. It was just to sort of let you know they're not just sort of like fat, lazy things, right? Because that's what they look like, don't they?
Yeah.
They look like they're like big fat things.
Yeah.
But they're not fat.
Right.
All of that is muscle.
Yeah. Okay.
All of that is pure muscle. You don't get fat animals in the wild.
No.
Do you?
No, that's true.
You don't just get like fat animals that are just
yeah.
that are greedy bastards. And it was literally like just a warning. They're not just like fat, lazy animals. They're great, big, powerful.
Yes,
pure muscle.
They look like something.
Athletes.
They look like something out of Soft Play,
Yeah.
don't they? You'd think.
Yeah.
So there's something that your toddler can bounce off.
Yeah, they look like the sort of stuff that those really bouncy balls are made out of.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
In fact, I think that's what they're made out of.
Yeah,
they just chop up hippos.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do think. I think how many people are killed by coconuts a year? I reckon there's about. I reckon there's a shockingly high amount of people.
Really high.
It happened to Keith Richards, didn't it? He got hit by a coconut.
He's still alive.
He's still alive,
alive,
yeah, because
yeah.
nothing can kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think he was in a bad way for a while
Mm.
after he got hit by a coconut there. What are we saying, Joe? I'm saying fact. More people were killed by coconuts than sharks. Fact.
I think it's fact because the coconut, like, it's just a much more likely scenario
Yeah,
that
that's
you're
what I mean.
walking
Law
you're walking under a tree.
Law of averages.
Than that it is law of averages. But let's just say so.
I think people around coconuts a lot more. In fact, I think more people are probably killed in a supermarket by a coconut than a shark.
But I also
Just someone getting angry and lobbing a coconut would be more likely than you getting killed by a shark. So think about that next time you go to Asda or something.
I have to say I also
you might
feel
not come out again.
I also feel sad for people who have been killed by coconuts because the only thing that they're remembered for is being part of this rhetorical device to make people not worry about being killed by sharks.
Yeah.
So every time the funeral of someone who's been killed by a coconut, they'll be like, look, but on the other hand, you are going to help to assuage a young man's fears about being killed by a shark.
Exactly.
So I kind of think that the coconut, if you get killed by a coconut,
wasn't there a bloke that died from mooning someone out a window?
when he fell out?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think they talk about
who
that.
died? The Mooney or the Mooner?
The mooner.
The Mooner.
I think Gervais talks about that as well.
Oh God.
I'm going fact, Joe.
Yeah, but so we're saying fact, but also he has asked what our biggest fears, rational or otherwise, are.
Oh, mine are quite rational, I think.
Yeah, sharks.
I'm terrified of sharks, but I would love to get in a cage
with the shark outside.
with the shark outside. Yeah. I wouldn't have
Just a cage in general.
No, I'd like to get in. I'd love to get in a cage and see a shark. I think it'd be an incredible experience.
Terrifying.
It would terrify me. I feel like I could be safe in the cage though. They're not gonna. But have you seen
I've
them?
seen
They've got
too many
great
shark
big-
horror films.
Some of those cages have got great big holes in them. And you're like, mate, we should really find out. Actually,
Did you want to do my fears?
Oh yeah. Well, how long we
No,
got?
okay. Well, okay. Snakes, I suppose. I don't like snakes.
You don't like snakes?
I don't like snakes.
I don't mind a snake.
Um,
The only fear I've got about a snake, and it's something that I think about maybe twice a week, is if I caught, say, you got a rattleback, what are they called? Rattlesnake, or a diamondback rattlesnake, or something like that, incredibly poisonous.
Yeah.
And you've got him by just behind his head.
Yeah.
I'd say neck, but
It's all neck.
it's
isn't
all
it?
neck, isn't
Yeah.
it? So he can't bite you.
Yeah.
And right now, you've got him like this.
Yeah.
Nothing. He's no threat to you now.
Yeah.
But now, what do you do? Do you just hold him for the rest of your life?
Cage.
How? If you put down, or if you there's a risk. If you move or make a sudden movement, or he managed to wriggle a bit, what do you do once you've got him by the head?
Tranquilizer.
If it's life or death.
You haven't got a tranquilizer. Yeah, how many times have you got tranquilizers on
More
you
than
while you're
think.
out and about?
More than you think.
More than I think.
Mongoose. That's the other option.
They love them, don't they? Yeah, they have a good old fight with them.
They are.
You'd have to just lob it, wouldn't you? You'd have to just really give it a really big throw.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then go in the other direction.
And then it'd go.
It explodes. But
and
snakes.
And you're running, and it's going behind you.
Snakes.
It comes
Is there
flying
any
past.
reason?
Still slithery, and I don't.
Is it religious?
No,
Is it
no,
religious
it's not.
reasons?
But I mean, it's weird that the snake is chosen at that point because it's like obviously there's something about them we don't like.
Yeah, don't babies have a sort of inherent fear of snakes or something? I think they. I vaguely remember some sort of experiment where babies. Is it that they don't touch grass or something like that? Babies won't. If you hold a baby over grass and you
They
go to
won't
put it
tou-
down, they'll lift their legs up and they won't.
Oh,
There's some sort of thing about babies and snakes. I can't remember what it is.
gosh.
And
Well, I don't-
and that's why
yeah.
this podcast is so good.
Yeah. Well,
Shall I fact check?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we get?
yeah.
We want. I
Let's-
want. I want. How many shark deaths there are a year, and how many coconut deaths.
Okay,
And
so
let's clear this up.
shark attacks cause roughly 5 to 10 deaths. So you said 12, not far off.
Yeah.
And then it says it's often quoted that falling coconuts kill around 150 people.
Yeah.
But then it also says it's likely to have been exaggerated because of the urban legend that they kill more than sharks. But I think
Urban.
Huh? Pope Urban, yes.
Again, Pope Urban spreading propaganda.
yeah, it's he's never liked coconuts.
He's always had a problem with coconuts.
He's
We need to take back Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And also kill
Yeah.
as many coconuts along the way as you can.
Well, obviously, the Garden of Eden. That was all. It was a coconut. It was a coconut tree, and then he blames that. Apparently,
Was it?
no, I'm joking. No, I don't know. I mean,
Well, there we go. But it is true.
yeah,
Yeah.
It is true. Even if they're exaggerated, I think it's safe
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say more people are killed by coconuts than sharks. Hey, listen, if you've got a fact that you'd like us to check, head to our episode's description for all the ways to get in touch. Joe,
yes,
it's your turn for Attenborough fact.
yeah. Okay, so it's a similar. I think we're both kind of interested in, maybe because of our work, for his period at BBC Two.
Yeah.
Now, what Attenborough did was he, as you say, he came in, he took over, and one of the things he did was he got rid of BBC Two's mascot, and it was a kangaroo. So I looked
Right.
into this. In fact, it was two kangaroos. They're called Hullabaloo and Custard.
Right.
And Attenborough, for all his credentials of liking animals, he scrapped the kangaroos.
Culled them.
He said they're a bit silly.
Right.
And I think if you are trying to be an intellectual channel, you can't say, well, the face of our channel is two kangaroos called Hullabaloo and Custard.
Yeah.
That is very BBC One.
He had a
I
point.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very BBC One.
But I can see where the BBC were coming from, because they were like,
Yeah.
because you think, oh, the BBC Two kangaroo, that's going to take off. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah, you can. But no, but
We'll sell kangaroos, stuff.
I see. Yeah, no, but Attenborough said no. It's silly. I think he thought it was silly.
Yeah.
Probably right.
He doesn't like people taking the piss out of animals either, does he? He
No.
probably thought this isn't very respectful.
Yeah,
animal
yeah,
kingdom.
yeah. I think he probably. I believe one was a small kangaroo coming out of the
Was it Joey?
the mother's pouch.
Yeah.
It was a Joey. It was
Yeah.
a Joey. I don't know which way round it was. I mean, somebody knows, but
Custard.
it's not my
Yeah.
job to know. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So what happened is that and then BBC Two on its launch night, it was this sort of famous debacle where they were going to launch BBC Two and everything went wrong. There was a massive power cut, and they had a live kangaroo ready to be on air in the studio. It got stuck in a lift. It went, quote, berserk.
Right.
And then they had to just cut to another studio where there was a bloke just reading the news, and he read the news and the sound wasn't turned on. And then he had to read it again.
Disaster.
And then you could see him just going to people in the studio, and they were like, and then he basically just had to end the program.
Right.
And that was so this kangaroo was cursed from beginning to end.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
the right
nonetheless,
idea.
I think it was still the mascot when Attenborough was brought in. But he said, enough.
Let's get rid of the kangaroo stuff now.
Come on,
Good
it's
for
a
him.
gimmick.
Yeah, and that's not what he wanted.
He didn't want that. He
Didn't want
wanted.
gimmicks.
He said, animals aren't mascots. They're stars.
Animals are people too.
Animals are people too.
Right.
So that's me.
It's good.
Like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've
a good
learnt that.
example of a kind of good old BBC shambles.
Yeah.
Auntie's bloomers, isn't it?
Auntie's bloomers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Auntie's and bloopers.
And bloomers.
Oh.
Well, Well, I'm all fact out. John.
Oh, me too.
What have we learned today? We learned that kangaroos went berserk at the BBC. We learned that Attenborough is a legend, even though we sort of already knew that. And that you are more likely to get killed by a coconut than a shark. We'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and coconut attacks. And don't forget that you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true to you, or with whatever nonsense you'd like to tell us by emailing us at hello@joeandjamespod.com, or you can WhatsApp us 07822034330, and you can follow us on social media at Joe and James Pod. Head to the podcast description if you've already forgotten those details. See you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Keep it real, guys.
Yeah, keep it real. Bye.
Bye.
Joe and James, fact up.